Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.
You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. Today, it's the Orlando Jets taking on the Knights of Central Florida. Both teams won their season openers. The Orlando Jets earned their win after a forfeit by the Palm Beach Capos in the Kickoff Classic after an altercation. On the other side, it's the Knights of Central Florida who put up 53 points in a shutout win last week against the Tri-County Monsters. As for this afternoon, the Jets look to get their offense going and keep pace with the Knights, who look like one of the strongest teams in the league. It's a conference clash at West Orange High School. Kickoff coming up next. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation on a Sunday afternoon at West Orange High School on Raymond Screws Field. We've got the Jets and we've got the Knights of Central Florida. The Jets will receive the opening kickoff after the Knights deferred after winning the coin toss. And to kick it away is Laurentio Shaniti. And we are underway here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. A shallow kick off the bounce near the 20-yard line. It's picked up by Paris Hennington. And they'll start this drive across the 30-yard line, and that's where we'll see the offense for the Jets come out, led by the 6'4", 245 quarterback Dante Perdue. Had one passing touchdown, 2 interceptions in week 1 versus Palm Beach. It was a freezing night. Conditions were pretty brutal. Rough wind conditions, so you got to imagine the Jets want to really improve on their offensive flow here this afternoon.
First and 10 for the Jets on the 32-yard line.
So here come the Jets, first down and 10 at their own 32, 4 receivers set. Dante Perdue, the Eustis High School alum of 2016, and he'll take it on the first play on offense. He'll get what he can, fights forward for 3. He's a big guy. He can certainly move as well.
Tackle made by Spoonhauer III and Mitchell. Second down. Second down and 8.
Second down for the Jets from their own 34. Terrence Williams, the running back, on the right hip of Perdue. He'll motion out Empty backfield. Purdue throws it. Sampson, and he's met by a couple of defenders on that Knights offense, that Knights defense, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Jets.
Tackle made by
D. Sampson had a touchdown catch in week 1 versus Palm Beach.
Bringing up 3rd down and 10 for the Jets.
So the Jets facing a 3rd down and 10 here on their opening series against this Knights defense that didn't give up any points last week. Knights bring pressure. Purdue stands tall, rips it near side, and it's flat out dropped by Sampson, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Pass is incomplete, bringing up 4th down and 10.
So the punt unit comes out for the Jets. Back to return, Alex Abney
For the Knights, Abney
and Courtney Keith.
and Keith, number 12.
Nice line drive kid to the far side. This one picked off the bounce from Abney. He's got a little room to run. Tries to reverse field, and he'll be taken down near the 45 as a late flag comes out at the end of the play.
Return of 5 yards by Alex Abney.
We'll see what the penalty marker is here.
Flag on the play. Penalty called against the Jets.
So the penalty on Orlando. So this will be the first time we see the Knights offense this afternoon coming off a incredible performance last week against Tri-County, 53 points. And they're led by their quarterback, Rashard Hendricks, 6'2", 190, threw 2 touchdowns and had a 70-yard run on the ground. 1st down and 10 at the 39. Handoff. And picks up a good chunk there. That's Ricky Rogers. And a late flag comes out. And already we got some pushing and shoving. Looks like an offensive lineman lost his hat. He's pleading for a face mask.
Flag on the play.
So it'll be a personal foul penalty on the Knights.
Personal foul called on the Knights. Yep. 15-yard penalty.
That'll be a 15-yarder.
49-yard line. Correction, 48-yard line.
So that'll back up the Knights all the way to the 48-yard line, still in Jets territory.
2nd down.
So 2nd down and 15 for the Knights. Four receivers set. Hendricks over the middle. It's got him in, caught inside the 25-yard line and gets all of that yardage back, including the 1st down. What a grab by Marcus Manuel Jr.
Pass complete to Marcus Manuel Jr. That's enough for Knights. 1st down. Pass complete completion of 25 yards, 1st and 10 on the Jets 20.
So after the 25-yard reception, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 20-yard line. This time they go to the pistol formation. Okie Manley, the deep back. Jets show pressure, and they bring it. Check that. To the far side and inside the 10-yard line. Great run and a good start to this drive here for the Knights.
Marquise Hargrove on the carry.
Marquise Hargrove with the carry.
Gain of 15 yards. That's enough for another Knights first down.
So this offense for the Knights right where they need to be. 1st and goal from the 8.
1st and goal for the Knights on the 8-yard line.
Same formation, Hargrove the deep back. And early movement, it'll be a false start on the Knights.
False start called against the Knights. Five-yard penalty. 1st and goal from the 13-yard line.
Well, that'll give the offense a little more room to work with. 1st and goal. Hargrove. Back-to-back carries. This time picks up just a few.
Hargrove on the carry.
Last week, the Knights
Gain of 2 yards.
scored their first points on a kick return. This week they're trying to punch it in here on their opening series for a touchdown on offense. So they stay with the pistol formation. Hargrove, the deep back. Movement up front again. And another false start.
False start called against the Knights.
So a great drive going the wrong direction now.
5-yard penalty. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
So now the Knights looking at 2nd and goal from the 17. Four receiver set. Hendricks steps up, eyes downfield. He'll tuck it, and he'll get what he can. Gets inside the 5 or near the 5-yard line.
Hendricks on the
And that'll make it 3rd and manageable for 3rd and goal.
out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
And another flag comes out. This one very late.
Flag at the end of the play.
Looks like the penalty marker is on the 17-yard line. And the White Hat having a conversation with Ron Scarlatta, the head coach for the Jets. And so this penalty going to be on the Jets, and that'll put the ball at the 4.
Penalty called against the Jets. Half the distance.
So after all of that,
3rd and goal.
the Knights back to where they originally started this drive after the penalties.
4-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 4. Hargrove, the running back. They give it to Hargrove. Runs into a wall and taken down in the backfield. A great stop by the Jets defense. D. Sampson in there with the tackle.
No gain on the play brings up 4th down.
And we've got our first timeout. 8:06 left to play here in the first quarter. Knights trying to punch it in on the goal line. You're watching Varsity Sports Nation. .06 to go here in the first quarter. The Knights of Central Florida trying to punch it in here on their opening series. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4. We've seen a good dose of Marquise Hargrove on this drive. Saw a big throw from Rashard Hendricks to Marcus Manuel Jr. Or check that, it's 4th and goal. And motion again up front. And apparently they say the ball is live. There was no whistle. A penalty did come out. Now there's a whistle. So it looked like early motion up front. Teams were pointing at each other, but there was no stoppage of play. And now, and the white hat will say offsides.
Offsides called against the defense.
So that'll put the ball a little closer to the goal line for the Jets, or excuse me, for the Knights. So we're also waiting on the football. So after the offsides, half the distance to the goal line. Now it's 4th down and 2. Heavy pistol formation. Hargrove the deep back on 4th and goal. Hendricks keeps it, pushing his way forward. And he's down at the 1. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. What a stand on the goal line by the Jets defense. Wow, what a play call. So that drive ends with no points, and the Jets take over on their own 1-yard line. So the Jets defense wins that series, and their offense comes out on the field. Problem now, they're against their own goal line. Ball is at the half-yard line.
First and 10 for the Jets on their own 1-yard line.
Jets come out in the shotgun. Dante Purdue, he'll take it. Quick throw to the far side into the turf, and it is caught for a completion. Looks like Caron Watkins on the catch.
To the 5-yard line. Second down and 6 for the Jets.
7:19 to play here in the first quarter. Second down and 5 for the Jets. Purdue sets up, throws in the seam. That one knocked down. Looking for Sampson. Good coverage.
Pass broken up by Devon Peters.
That's Devon Paris.
Third down.
Brings up third down.
Hey, go base football fight. Base football fight. Tennessee.
Third down and 5 for the Jets from their own 5. Knights bring pressure. Purdue rolling, throws it. And again, a drop by D. Sampson. Can't hold on to it. That brings up fourth down.
Pass is incomplete. It'll be fourth down for the Jets.
So the punt unit will come out for Orlando. And back for the return, Alex Abney and Javarius Johnson, or excuse me, Courtney Keith.
Back to receive for the Knights, Abney and Keith.
So the Jets will punt this away from the back of the end zone. Does get it away. This will take a bounce near the 35, and it'll take a Knights bounce as well. So once again, good field position for the Knights offense. We'll take a break. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation from West Orange High School. Still scoreless. Still scoreless, 6:32 to go here in the first quarter between the Orlando Jets and the Knights of Central Florida. Once again, the Knights with excellent field position to start this drive. First and 10 from the 33. Inside handoff, goes nowhere. Jalen Ben on the carry.
Jalen Ben on the carry. Gain of 2 yards. Brings up second down and 8.
Second down and 7 for the Knights from the 32. Keith in motion. Hendricks keeps it, has a blocker. Nowhere to go. Does pick up a yard.
Hendricks on the keeper to the 30-yard line. Gain of 2. Third down and 6 for the Knights.
Approaching the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, still scoreless. Third down and 6 for the Knights from the 30-yard line. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Jordan Spoonhour, the running back. And early movement on the outside. The receiver jumped the gun too early. That'll be a false start on the Knights. That was Marcus Manuel Jr.
Ball start against the Knights. Five-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 35-yard line.
So after that, it'll be 3rd down and 11 now for the Knights from the 35. Spoonhour still in at running back, 4-receiver set. Hendricks with all day to throw, and it's intercepted. Tried to fit it in a window, but found a Jets defender.
Pass is intercepted.
That's Dre Major.
Yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jets.
So how about this Jets defense?
Yard line.
A stand on the goal line, and then they force an interception to give their offense the ball back.
Base Tennessee. Base Tennessee.
So the defense looks good. They've looked good in their home opener. And so far, living up to the billing here in the first quarter. Now the question is, can the offense get going for Orlando?
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Jets.
1st and 10 for the Jets from the 17. Hannington off the far side, gets all the way across the 20-yard line. He'll go down at the 23.
Base Texas.
Tackle made by number 29, Troy Hurd. 2nd down. Gain of 5 on the carry brings up 2nd down and 5.
2nd down for the Jets from their own 23. Back to the ground for Hannington. Room to run on the far side. Across the 40 and gashes that Knights defense for the 2nd time.
Who is that linebacker on bounds?
Out of bounds.
Paris Hannington, 5'10", 190.
First down for the Jets.
Finding the soft spot in the defense.
Hey, base Texas. Baseball 5. They ain't even looking at you, man.
1st down and 10 for the Jets from the 37. Another handoff to the far side. Picks up a yard. Looks like that's Terrence Williams.
Baseball 5. Baseball 5.
Tackle made by number 20, Robert Spoonhour and Rob Gregory. Gain of 2 yards brings up 2nd down and 8 on the 45-yard line.
Second down and 8 for the Jets from their own 45. Cooper, the running back. Up the middle. Stays on his feet as he crosses midfield. No, that's Paris Hannington, excuse me. As he goes down near the 46.
Willie Jenkins on
For the Jets finding rhythm here on the ground. But there is a penalty down.
holding on the play.
It'll be holding against the defense.
We got holding and a personal
Personal foul also called against the Knights.
So they'll tackle on more yardage after that run. And that'll put the ball at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Jets. On the Knights' 36-yard line.
Best drive of the game so far for the Jets. Coming off the interception. 1st and 10. Hannington. And gets to the 30-yard line. Another good carry for 5 yards. Tackle made by Malik Wilson.
Number 35, Malik Wilson.
Go Avalanche, go Avalanche.
Gain of 6 yards to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 4.
Second down and 4 for the Jets from the 30-yard line. Back to the ground, to the near side. And another good gain. That time Terrence Williams on the carry as he loses his hat.
They stood at depth. Avalanche.
Tackle made by 29, Hurd, and 37, Jackson. Third down and 1.
3rd and 1 for the Jets. From the 27. Terrence Williams still in at running back. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Still scoreless, but the Jets driving down the field, trying to put the game's first points on the board. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. One quarter in the books, still scoreless as we get set to start the second. 3rd down and 1 for the Jets from the 27-yard line. Best drive of the game so far for Orlando. Handoff up the middle, goes nowhere, and this will be for a loss of 2, as a late flag comes out as well. Tyler Jones on the carry.
Flag on the play.
And it's going to be holding against Orlando.
Holding called on the Jets. Holding.
So that'll back the Jets up 10 yards. So you go from 3rd and short to 3rd and long. So now you're looking at 3rd down and 11 for Orlando.
From the 37-yard
They need to get to the 26 for a first down. We haven't seen an explosive play through the air yet for the Jets offense. It's going to have to come here. 4 receiver set for Orlando. Knights bring pressure up the middle. Purdue rolling out. Tries to turn his shoulders and can't do it. He'll go out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down for Orlando.
Out of bounds.
So now if you're the Jets, what do you do here? You're in no man's land. Do you go for it
Jackson
or punt it away?
Bounds. Brings up 4th down.
And you're looking at 4th and
35.
looks like 4th and 9.
4th and 9 on the 35-yard line.
So the offense remains out for Orlando. And the Jets will call a timeout. We'll take one as well.
By the Jets.
Early moments of the second quarter, still scoreless. The Jets facing a 4th and long. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. Jared Oliver here on the call with you. 13:37 to go in the second quarter. The Jets offense stays on the field facing a 4th and 9. The ball at the 35-yard line.
Down, 4th and 9.
Haven't seen a big play through the air yet for Orlando. It's going to have to come here. Two receivers on each side for Dante Purdue. Receiver in motion. They'll roll to the right. Purdue cuts it, and he's got a man, and that's good for a 1st down. Caught at the 19-yard line. D. Sampson with the grab.
Frank Ward on the tackle. Pass is complete to the 19-yard line for a Jets 1st down.
So best throw of the afternoon for Dante Purdue. Pays off to get a 1st down. And now it'll be 1st and 10 at the 19. Jets go quick. Handoff to the left side. Bounces it. Flags fly. And Terrence Williams gets inside the 15. We'll see what the flag is. And that's going to be on the Knights.
Illegal participation called against the Knights.
So illegal participation on the Knights, so the run will stand. So another ill-advised penalty for the Knights, and they will take a timeout as well. Jets
Timeout.
driving down the field in the red zone. You're watching the UFLX from
12:49.
Raymond Screws Field at West Orange High School. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. The Orlando Jets trying to punch it in for the game's first points. 12:49 to go here in the second quarter. Saw a big fourth down conversion throw by Dante Perdue to D. Sampson. A couple plays later now, it's 1st and 5 from the 16. From the 14. And more early movement up front. It'll be a false start on the Jets. So now it'll go back to 1st down and 10.
5-yard penalty. 1st and 10.
A lot of pre-snap penalties for both sides. It is week 2, so a lot of adjusting and discipline to still work on for both sides. First and 10 for the Jets from the 19. Paris Hennessy, the running back. 2 receivers on each side for Dante Perdue. Watkins in motions. Perdue rolls to his right, throws it sideline, and the ball goes out of bounds. Looking for Antoine Downs.
Pass incomplete.
Alex Abney Jr. on the coverage. Had an interception last week against Tri-County. But there's another penalty marker. And this time it'll be on the Knights.
Holding called on the defense.
So that'll be an automatic 1st down. Or no, check that. Yep, it's first down for the Jets.
1st down for the Jets. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line.
So another killer penalty for the Knights.
At the 14-yard
So now it's 1st and 10 for the Jets at the 14. Hennington, the running back. He'll get it up the middle, nowhere to go. Met quickly at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be a loss of 3.
Scott and Wilkerson on the tackle. Loss of 3 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd down.
Second down and long for Orlando. Dante Perdue throws it on the slant. It's got a target. That's Antoine Downs. Gets inside the 5-yard line. Strong catch to hold on there.
Pass complete. Tackle by Abney. 1st down.
Antoine Downs, 6'3", 208.
1st and goal.
Big frame to throw to. First and goal to go for the Jets from the 4-yard line. Paris Hennington, the running back. Hennington up the middle, fights his way to the 2.
Malik Wilson on the tackle. Touchdown saving tackle. Brings up 2nd down and goal.
Second and goal for the Jets. Orlando on the doorstep. Hennington, the running back, on the left side of Perdue. Hannington, no. Purdue keeps it, trying to get to the edge, and dives for a touchdown, and he's in.
Touchdown, Jet.
Dante Purdue finds the end zone, but there is a flag.
The penalty is holding.
And it's going to be on the Jets. Wow.
Points off the board.
Tough break for Orlando. How many penalties have we seen on this drive from both teams?
It'll be second and goal.
So now you're looking at second down and goal from the 13 for Orlando. Harrington, the running back. Downs in motion. Purdue looks, pressure in his face, throws. That one too tall and intercepted in the end zone. Alex Abney had an interception last week, gets one back-to-back weeks.
Alex Abney.
What a turn of events there. Jets score a touchdown, but it's called back after a holding penalty.
Yard line.
And Purdue throws an interception in the end zone. Sudden change here at Raymond Screws Field. So we're still scoreless with 8:40 to go here in the first half. So following the interception, the offense led back out by Rashard Hendricks. Empty backfield for Hendricks. Manuel in motion. Hendricks buying time, throws it up, jump ball, and that one fortunately falls to the ground
Pass incomplete.
for the Knights.
Intended for Mario Johnson.
Looking for Mario Johnson.
Second down and 10.
Kevin Linseford on the coverage. Second down and 10 for the Knights from their own 20-yard line. Empty set for Hendricks. Three receivers at the bottom of your screen. Jets showing pressure. They only send four. Hendricks has time. Over the middle, that one too tall. Looking for Marcus Manuel again.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 8, Marcus Manuel. Third down and 10.
So a slow start here for the Knights offensively after putting up 53 points last week. And the Jets didn't show much in the Kickoff Classic offensively, but their defense was sound, and you're seeing this defense bend but not break so far. They've had two crucial stops. Third and long now for the Knights. Hendricks, he'll run it. He'll pick up what he can, but slips on the turf, and he'll be down. It'll be about fourth down and about 5 now.
Hendricks on the keeper.
And they will punt this away.
Brings up fourth down
And the punter, Jake Limino, will come out to kick it away.
Do you realize we got a slot receiver playing on a linebacker? And we're not utilizing that? You don't see that shit?
So back for the return for Orlando is D. Sampson.
Damn, we don't see that.
There was movement up front, no whistle. And now the penalty comes out.
Flag on the play.
And this is a huge call here. But it's going to be false start.
False start. Call on the offense.
So there was movement by the Jets, but they didn't come across.
Replay 4th down.
The Knights reacted, but it'll be declared a false start. And Dwight Guilford is having a conversation, trying to get clarification on that call. So it'll be 4th down and 11. Lemio gets it away. Line drive, it's short. Not a good kick. It'll take a roll to the far side. And another penalty comes out as the ball dies near the 47.
False.
So we'll check the flag here.
47-yard line. There is a penalty on the play.
So the penalty going to be on, I believe, Orlando. So they'll spot the ball at the 43-yard line.
Penalty called on the receiving team.
7 minutes to play in the first half. Still no points.
10-yard
Orlando
ball spotted
back on the field
at the 43-yard
on offense.
1st and 10 for the Jets on their own 43-yard line.
So following the interception in the end zone, the offense back out for the Jets as they get the stop defensively. Terrence Williams, the running back. Sampson comes in motion. They hand it off. And he's got room to run down the far side. Knees to chest as he crosses the 20. What a burst from Terrence Williams.
Out of bounds after the run to the 19.
Biggest play of the game for Orlando.
That's how they got around.
First down for the Jets at the 22-yard line. Correction.
First down and 10 for Orlando at the 22 of the Knights. Williams still in at running back after the huge carry. Back to Williams. This time, stood up. Picks up maybe a yard.
Tackle made by Bruno and Jackson. gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Second down and 10 for the Jets from the 22. Tyler Jones, the running back. Knights bring pressure, throws over the middle. He's got his big receiver Downs as he gets to the 5. Another big catch for Antoine Downs.
Tackle made by number 29, Troy Hurd. First down for the Jets. First and goal on the 7-yard line.
It'll be first and goal from the 7 for Orlando. Second time they've been down here, inside the 10. Jones at running back. And a timeout called by the Knights. So once again, Orlando on the doorstep, 4:22 to play in the first half. You're watching the UFLX here from West Orange High School. This is the second time the Jets have been this deep down the field. They threw an interception last time they were down here in the end zone. Let's see if the Jets can punch it in here. First and goal from the 7 for Orlando. Tyler Jones, the running back. Sampson comes in motion. And the ball jarred away, recovered by the Knights. Another turnover in the red zone for Orlando. There is an injured Knight down on the field. And it looks to be serious as his team gathers around. And we'll take an official timeout, and we'll take a break as well, coming off the turnover by Orlando. Welcome back to the action. So somewhat of a good sign, but Kenneth Jackson, who recovered and stripped away that fumble and forced the fumble, is still down on the sideline. That's Kenneth Jackson, number 37, defensive end. So while
First and 10 for the Knights.
players and trainers attend to him, the action continues here. First and 10 for the Knights. And a handoff inside for a couple. That's
Hargrove on the carry
Hargrove.
to the 20-yard line. Two-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 8.
Two-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Knights. Jets bring pressure. Hendricks keeps it. Running out of room and then shot down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Nate Bryant, 6 foot 180, and another flag as both teams start pushing and shoving and some flopping as well.
Hendricks on the keeper, loss of 1 on the play.
Some good acting there by Alex Jones, trying to draw the penalty.
Flag at the end of the play.
Left tackle.
Personal foul called on the defense.
And a personal foul going to be assessed to the Jets. So the acting by Alex Jones pays off. So after the 15-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 34. Three receivers at the bottom of your screen. Hargrove, the running back. Jets bring the pressure and gets there. That'll be for a loss.
Hargrove on the carry.
Good pursuit by that front 7 for Orlando.
He brings up 2nd and 11.
After the negative play, it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Knights. Jets bring pressure. Hendricks cuts it. Nobody home. And that brings up 3rd down.
Pass incomplete, intended for Johnson. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The offense for the Knights still trying to find their rhythm. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Reached the 2-minute warning.
Both teams looking for points. We've seen turnovers on both sides and still scoreless. You're watching the UFLX from West Orange High School. Welcome back to Raymond Screws Field here at West Orange High School. Still scoreless after the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Third down and long for the Knights. Jets show pressure. They bring it. Hendricks in trouble and goes down for a sack and a huge loss as he's taken down at the 20. Orlando defense gets home once again as the Knights continue to struggle offensively after putting up 53 points last week. And a timeout call by Orlando.
By the Jets. 1:38 remaining in the first half.
But one thing we know for certain, this Jets defense is legit. The offense still trying to find their rhythm. We've seen them get down inside the red zone twice, but no points to show for. So we'll take a quick break as well. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. A minute 38 left to go in the first half. The Knights forced to punt it away after a huge sack by the defense over Orlando.
Fourth down for the Knights.
D. Sampson back for the return for Orlando. And that one nearly blocked. A high, short punt does take a Knights roll all the way across midfield. So the Jets offense has 51 yards to go to get to the end zone with 123 to work with.
Yard line. First and 10 for the Jets on their own 49-yard line.
Minute 23 to go in the first half. Jets have the football on offense at their own 49. Purdue looking underneath. That one batted and knocked down.
Pass knocked down by 39. Blatch brings up second down and 10 on the Jets' 49-yard line.
Second down and 10 for Orlando. Delayed handoff. Williams, nowhere to go. Knights defense was ready for it. That's Bruno Marquez, excuse me.
Bruno on the tackle. Loss of 1. Brings up third down and 11 for the Jets.
Third and 11 for the Jets. 35 seconds remaining. Clock continues to run. Orlando looks to be playing it conservative. And they'll keep it on the ground. Big collision at midfield. That's Quentin Green, the outside linebacker, trading paint
Green on the tackle.
with Terrence Williams. And that'll be the final play of the first half. So no points, a couple of turnovers, some big plays, but nothing to show for both sides. We'll take it to halftime. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation.
And it's halftime.
Welcome back to Raymond Screws Field at West Orange High School as we get set to start the second half. Jared Oliver here on the call. Still scoreless as the Knights of Central Florida are set to receive the kick to start the second half. No points. We've seen a couple of fumbles, some interceptions, and it's still anyone's ball game here in this Week 2 matchup, conference matchup between the Knights and the Jets. And we are underway to kick things off here. Shallow kick to the far side. This one picked up off the bounce. And that's Linsafort. And he's taken down at the 4. Excuse me, at the 40.
Mario Johnson.
And that's Mario Johnson.
To the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
So the offense
40-yard line.
not in rhythm in the first half. If you're the Knights of Central Florida, came into this game after putting up 53 points last week against Tri-Counties. We do have some unfortunate news. Number 37 for the Knights of Central Florida is being taken off the field. Kenneth Jackson, who had a lower leg injury in the first half, late in that second quarter. And we send our thoughts to him and his family and hope for the best in his recovery. All right, 1st down and 10 for the Knights. Pistol formation from their own 40-yard line. Handoff to Jordan Spoonhour, the big fella, met by a gang of black jerseys. Gets maybe half a yard. And we've seen that Jets offense play with great pursuit. 2 interceptions.
Second down and 9 for the Knights at the 41-yard line.
Second down and 9 for the Knights. Pistol formation. Back to Spoonhour. Puts his shoulder down. Laying the lumber. Crosses the 45.
Spoonhour on the carry.
Good carry there by the big guy.
Gain of 6 yards on the carry. Brings up 3rd down and 3.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 7 for the Knights at their own 47. Same formation. Spoonhour, the deep back. Jets showing pressure. They heat it up. Spoonhour right through it. Trucks a defender as he crosses midfield. Nate Bryant does hold on, but he takes a shot. But the game plan here to start the second half is feed Spoonhour.
First and 10 on the Jets' 47-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Knights at the 47-yard line. Knights sticking with the same formation. Spoonhour still the deep back. This time, Hendricks keeps it and takes a shot and taken down at the 45.
Hendricks on the
pickup of 2.
quarterback keeper, gain of 2 to the 45-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8 for the Knights from the 45. Spoonhour, the deep back in the pistol. Jets showing pressure. Hendricks unloads, far side. This guy has a step, but way too far in front, looking for Courtney Keith. So Hendricks certainly has the arm, but not the accuracy on that attempt. Knights facing a 3rd down and 8 on their opening series here to start the second half. Spoonhour still in at running back. Jets bring pressure off the edge. Hendricks in trouble, gets rid of it, and he completes it. Mario Johnson comes up with the catch.
Mario Johnson.
And it's going to be just shy of a 1st down. What an effort, though, from Rashard Hendricks. Offense will remain out for the Knights. Rashard Hendricks certainly is an athlete, 6'2", 190. Had a 70-yard touchdown run last week.
Fourth and 1 for the Knights.
Dwight Gifford, the play caller for the Knights. Strong reputation across semi-pro here in Florida. Of course, the owner, Anthony Smith, said it took 4 weeks to finally get him to commit to take the job. He's a hard-nosed, disciplined head coach. They go for it here on 4th and short. And there was early movement. It's going to be a false start. Brutal call there from the officials. Looks like that's going to be, yep, it is a false start. That'll back up the Knights' 5-yard lines, and that'll bring out the punt unit.
5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
So Jake Limino will come out to punt it away.
4th and 6.
So you were looking at 4th and about 1 yard. Now it's 4th and 6. But the offense, they want to go for it, and so the offense goes back out there. Dwight Gifford's going to roll with his offense. And now there's a timeout called by the Knights.
Their 1st and half.
So they'll think about it. We'll take a break. 10:09 to play in the 3rd quarter. Still scoreless. You're watching the UFLX. .09 to play here in the early going of the 3rd quarter. Knights going forward on 4th down and 7. Hendricks throws over the middle, and that one incomplete. Looking for Marcus Manuel Jr., and that's a turnover on downs again for the Knights.
1st and 10 for the Jets.
So now the offense for Orlando comes out. They'll have good position on the field. They'll start their first drive of the 3rd quarter from the 43, their own 43. Defensive game here this afternoon between these two conference rivals. So now the Jets on offense, 1st and 10. Handoff off the far side. And that's Hennington falling forward. Picks up 4.
Bruno Marquez on the tackle.
Tackle made by Bruno Marquez. Under 10 here to go in the third quarter.
5 on the run. 2nd and 5.
Second and 6. They hand it off. That's Cooper as he crosses midfield.
A host of Knights on the tackle. 29 Hurd, 30 Gregory.
Third and 2 for the Jets
Third down and
from the
2
49.
Jets.
Purdue gives it to Henderson off the near side, far side, room to run. Breaking tackle, still on his feet. And a touchdown saving tackle at the 20-yard line. How about the day for Henderson? Tackle made by Bruno Marquez.
Tackle made by Bruno Marquez.
And
First
once
down
again,
for
the Jets in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And a timeout call by the defense. That'll be for the Knights. So another timeout. We'll take one as well. 8:04 to play in the third. Jets once again trying to drive down and punch it in for points. You're watching Varsity Sports Nation. Orlando Jets back in the red area. First down and 10 from the 20. After a big run from Paris Hennington.
The Knights 20-yard line.
.804 to play here in the third quarter. Pressure up the middle, and they get home. Nowhere to go. And that's good for a loss.
Tackle for loss on the play by Hurd and Bruno. Loss of 3 yards.
So after a loss of 3 yards,
And 13.
it'll be 2nd and 13 from the 23. Knights defense has stood strong here in the red area. Here comes the pressure. Dante Purdue, he'll roll to his right, throws it up, and that one flares out of bounds looking for Antoine Downs. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Pass incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down for the Knights. Third down and 13. Ball spotted on the 23-yard line.
Third and long for Orlando from the 23-yard line. Cooper, Williams in the backfield. Knights bring pressure. Purdue lobs it. And he had a guy. Downs open, but couldn't make the throw.
Pass incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 4th.
Missed opportunity from Dante Purdue. Brings up 4th and long. Offense remains out for Orlando. Terrence Williams will come out on this play. Tymere Cooper stays in at running back. And Tyler Jones out there as well. Another charged timeout. It's an official's timeout. And the official is trying to get something clarified. Not sure what's going on. Not sure if the officials are monitoring the sky. So we'll keep our eyes out on that for the weather or any potential lightning in the area. 4th down and long. Jets trying to go for it, and a false start by Orlando.
False start against the Jets. 5 yards, moving back.
So now this is even a longer 4th down attempt. I don't believe we've seen a field goal attempt so far this year for Orlando. Cooper, Williams, the running back, 4th and long. Purdue throws, almost intercepted off the hands of D. Simpson. That'll be a turnover on downs, and the Knights get the ball back.
Knights ball.
So another turnover, still scoreless here at West Orange High School, and we'll take a quick break. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, still scoreless. And the Knights offense back on the field after a turnover on downs. Hendricks throws it underneath. That's to Marcus Manuel. He's got room on the sideline, and he picks up the 1st down to move the chains.
Gain of 12, that's enough for a Knights 1st down.
So maybe we'll see a little bit of tempo here from the Knights.
Ball spotted on the 40-yard line.
First and 10 for the Knights, under 6 minutes to go here in the third. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Marquise Hargrove, the running back. Jets bring 4. Another quick throw, this time on the far side. It's caught by Marcus and Voltaire.
Complete to number 12, Courtney Keith. Gain of 5 to the 45-yard line. Brings up second down and 5.
And that catch was made by Courtney Keith. Second and 5 for the Knights from their own 45. Hendricks pulls it down on the design run. Has space on the far side. Loses his footing as he crosses midfield. And that'll be good for a first down.
Hendricks on the keeper across midfield to the 46-yard line. That's enough for another Knights first down.
First and 10 for the Knights from the 46. Marquise Hargrove on the right hip of Rashard Hendricks. Jets bring the blitz. And Hendricks in trouble, tries to get rid of it. And they say it's incomplete. Dangerous throw from Hendricks. He does get it away to avoid the sack. We've seen the Jets bring pressure almost every play. Second down and 10 for the Knights. 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hargrove on the left hip of Hendricks. Jets bring the blitz again. Hargrove finding a way, making players miss, and gets near the 30-yard line. What a tough run by Marquise Hargrove.
Marquise Hargrove shaking them off for another Knights first down to the 30-yard line.
Another fresh set of downs for the Knights. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Hargrove still in after a big run. Jets bring 4. Hendricks doesn't see the rush. Tries to get away, and he'll be wrapped up for a sack at the 40. A late flag does come out.
Flag at the end of the play.
And this could be for a face mask. So it'll be 2 personal foul penalties on the Jets. Face mask called on the defense. Well, great play made by the defense, but it does cost them at the end with the face mask. And that'll be an automatic first down. They'll spot the ball at the 15-yard line. So the Knights in business. 3:04 to play here in the third quarter. First and 10. Another official timeout. All right, and we're ready to go. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third. First and 10 for the Knights from the 15-yard line. Hendricks, QB design run. Bounces it to the far side and chopped down.
Hendricks on the carry, gain of 1. Second down and 9.
Tackle made by Darshawn Ford. Second and 10 for the Knights. Hargrove gets the carry up the middle. Picks up 4.
Hargrove on the carry, gain of 4. Brings up third down and 5.
Third down for the Knights. Hendricks cuts it, and it's dropped. Mario Johnson had a routine catch, couldn't hold on to the end.
Intended for Mario Johnson, brings up 4th down.
And that'll bring up 4th down for the Knights. Big spot here for the Knights. 4th down and 5 from the 11. Hargrove, the running back. Hendricks throws it. It's caught underneath, but nowhere to go for Courtney Keith. And a turnover on downs.
Pass caught by Courtney Keith.
So another big stand by that Jets defense. So we'll swap sides and we'll take a break as well. No points here at West Orange High School. 1:09 to play in the third. The Knights with another turnover on downs. The Jets get the football back to start. 1st and 10. And they hand it off the left side. Nowhere to go. Now we've got pushing and shoving and a Jets player slow to get up. Still on the turf.
Tackle made by Michael Mitchell.
And he does get to his feet. The Knights have certainly had their chances. The Jets have had their chances on offense. We've seen a couple of interceptions, plenty of turnover on downs, some fumbles, and still no points to show for Got to give a lot of credit to both of these defenses, especially the Jets, who are playing a team that scored 53 points last week against Tri-County.
Still second down.
Second down and 10 from their own 14-yard line for the Jets. 2 running backs in the backfield. Purdue throws far side, intercepted! And the defense for the Knights comes up with a huge play. And late flags come out as Malik Wilson reads it perfectly, comes up with the pick.
Intercepted by Malik Wilson. Flags at the end of the play.
And that play could be the difference maker in this game. Knights set up with short field to work with here. But we got to check the penalties. So it'll be offsetting penalties on both teams. The interception stands. Huge play by the linebacker, Malik Wilson. So the Knights will have the football at the 12-yard line. And after the sudden change, we'll see if they can punch it in for the first points of the afternoon. The Jets defense has stood strong so far, protecting their end zone. And the big bruiser running back, Jordan Spoonhour, back there. Jets bring pressure. Spoonhour weaving through traffic and gets near the 5. Did the ball come out? The ball did come out, but the officials are saying he was down by contact. And what a break there from the Knights.
5-yard carry by Spoonhour brings up.
And that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So the Knights avoid disaster, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. No points, anyone's game. We've got 15 minutes of football left. Knights trying to finally get on the scoreboard. You're watching the UFLX here on Varsity Sports Nation. It's anyone's ball game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. 15 minutes of football remaining in regulation. The Knights of Central Florida are on the doorstep, coming off the interception made by Malik Wilson. 2 running backs in the backfield. Hendricks hands it off, and the defense there, no gain on the play.
Ricky Rogers on the carry
And that's Ricky Rogers. No gain of yardage.
No gain on the play.
Lost a yard?
1 yard loss on the play. 3rd down and 6.
So a loss of 1. 3rd down and 6 from the 7. Rogers and Spoonhour in the backfield. Hendricks will throw over the middle, and that one almost intercepted. Hendricks gets a break.
Pass incomplete, broken up, intended for Marcus Manuel.
He was looking for Marcus Manuel. Would have been a huge interception by Javarius Johnson. Brings up 4th down. Offense stays out.
Fourth and 6 for the Knights.
Big spot here for the Knights. Hendricks gathers a snap. He's in trouble. Looking. He's going to run it. And in for the touchdown. Rashard Hendricks finds pay dirt.
Rashard Hendricks.
2nd rushing touchdown on the season. He had a 70-yarder last week. Does it from 7 yards out this time.
Hendricks with an 8-yard rushing touchdown.
So Rashard Hendricks gets a favorable bounce on the bobbled snap and takes it in himself. And it looks like they'll line up to go for 2. Haven't seen a field goal attempt all day. Nonetheless, a point after try. So the Knights will go for 2. Rogers is the running back. Hendricks will throw it. Pumps. Floats one. Back of the end zone. It's caught for the conversion. Alex Abney and the Knights up 8-0. What a drive off the turnover. Sudden change came from Malik Wilson off the interception, and the Knights pay it off with a touchdown. 8-0 your score, 13:51 to play in the early going of the 4th. The Knights of Central Florida get the first touchdown of the afternoon and the 2-point conversion as well. Rashard Hendricks runs it in for a 7-yard score, followed by the 2-point conversion. Now the Jets offense needs to respond. They've had some good drives, no points to show for. This will be returned near the 20-yard line, and a big collision near the 40. That's where the Jets offense will take over. How will the offense for Orlando respond?
Tackle made by Spoonhour.
Couple interceptions made by Dante Purdue, or thrown by Dante Purdue. Big spot here for the Jets. Plenty of time to play. 13:44 remaining in the fourth.
1st and 10 for the Jets on the 39-yard line.
And just to pay it off, that was Lorenzo Reeves on the return. And it looks like we have a quarterback change. And throws that one looking for D. Sampson. Unable to find him. So in at quarterback is Shaquan McGee.
Pass incomplete.
First time we've seen him this afternoon. It's been a tough day for Dante Purdue. Second down and 10 for the Jets. Backup quarterback in, Shaquan McGee. Hands it off to Hannington. Hannington gets to the second level and crosses midfield for a first down.
Tackle made by Alex Abney across midfield. Jets across midfield.
So a little bit of life here for the offense for Orlando with the change at quarterback.
1st and 10 for the Jets on the Knights' 48-yard line.
Shaquan McGee now in, replacing Dante Purdue. They keep it on the ground, and that one blown up in the backfield. Reeves trying to break away, but the swarm of the Knights defense is there. Nowhere to go for Lorenzo Reeves.
Malik Wilson on the tackle for loss. Back to the 45-yard line.
There was a penalty that came out, and it'll be on the Jets.
We have a penalty called against the offense at the end of the play.
It's a 15-yard penalty. That'll back them up to their own 30-yard line.
Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line.
So going the wrong direction for the Jets.
It is 2nd down.
12 minutes, 20 seconds and counting for Orlando to work with. We've seen a quarterback change with Shaquan McGee in there. It's been a struggling day for Dante Purdue.
2nd and 32.
So second in forever. McGee, he'll look to throw, finds his target. That's Sampson, still on his feet. Room to run down the sideline, crosses midfield. And what an effort from D. Sampson. Just shy of a first down, picks up 30 yards.
Tackle made by Shaquille Scott at the 39.
What an effort from D. Sampson, 6'2", 200 pounds, touchdown in the kickoff classic against Palm Beach. Big target to throw to.
Gain of 31 on the play. 3rd down and 1 for the Jets.
Jets remain with the 2 running back set in the backfield. Pressure up the middle, low snap. And McGee in trouble and slammed to the turf.
A host of Knights in the backfield on the tackle for loss.
It's going to be a huge loss
Back to the 40
for Orlando.
line. It'll be 4th down.
And a tough spot here. You've got 10 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Do you punt this away or do you keep the offense out on the field? Knights just went down the field. And you risked the situation of giving the ball back to the Knights with short field to work with. Offense is staying out. They're going to go for it on 4th and 8.
4th and 8
from the 46.
On the Knights 46.
They'll snap it and go. McGee in trouble. Can't get away. And dumps it. Avoids the sack, but it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Incomplete after turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Big play for the Knights defense. That's Marcus Bates. Had a sack last week. Doesn't get it there, but it certainly forces the turnover.
Remaining in the game.
So 9:48 to play. Knights offense comes back out on the field with an 8-point lead. And there's a chance here for the Knights to bleed the clock. First and 10 for the Knights from their own 46. Hendricks hands it off. And nowhere to go. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's Jalen Ben on the carry.
2-yard gain on the play. 2nd down.
Second down and 9 for the Knights from their own 47. Hendricks, he'll run it and can't get across midfield. Shoestring tackle and a late flag again comes out.
Hendricks on the carry, gain of 2. Flag on the play.
And it'll be a personal foul called on the Jets.
That'll be an automatic.
Another ill-advised penalty for Orlando, and that'll be an automatic first down. Costly penalty with 8:45 to play. Down 8 points. And you give a fresh pair of downs to the Knights. First down and 10 for the Knights at the 39. Jets bring 4. Ball comes out, and it's recovered by the Jets.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Jets.
Jalen Ben loses it. And Sylvester Easton eats that one up and gives the ball back to his offense.
Jets recover the ball on the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
So there is life for the Jets.
42-yard line.
Self-inflicted wound for the Knights. And the Jets capitalize. But can they drive down the field and put the ball in the end zone? Down 8-0. First fumble of the season for Jalen Ben. So now Shaquan McGee still in at quarterback. Watkins in motion. Knights bring blitz. Weaving through traffic and gets to midfield. Tough run by Terrence Williams.
Michael Mitchell on the tackle.
And it'll be second down in about 1.
9-yard gain on the play. Brings up second down and 1 on the Knights' 49-yard line.
Second and 1 at the 49 for the Jets. Terrence Williams still in at running back. They go back to him, hesitates, tries to bounce it outside, and losing yardage, almost loses the football, but jumps on it. And that's Lorenzo Reeves on the carry, excuse me.
Runners down back at the 44-yard line. A loss of 7.
So now it'll be third down and 8 for the Jets at the 44. Three receivers at the bottom of your screen. Knights bring pressure. McGee, he'll throw it. He's got Sampson. Gets across midfield, breaks a tackle, and that should be good enough for a first down. And it is. Tackle made by Malik Jenkins.
Pass complete enough for a first down for the Jets. First and 10 on the Knights' 48-yard line.
We're at the 6-minute mark here. Jets need a score. Down 8-0. They caught a break on the fumble by Jalen Ben on offense for the Knights. Get the ball back to have new life. Now they got to do the hard part, driving down the field. We've seen a quarterback change. Shaquan McGee in for Dante Purdue. And it looks like there was an early start on the defense. It'll be offsides against the Knights.
Offsides called on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So now you're looking at 1st and 5 for Orlando. Tyler Jones, the running back. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Jones, he gets it off the right side, looking for an angle, and gets cut down at the 40.
Shot down by number 33, Shaquille Scott. Runners down at the 40-yard line, brings up second down.
Both teams looking to go 2-0 to start the season here. Second and short from the 40. McGee, he'll keep it, and he'll get the first. Good run by the quarterback.
Tackle on the play by Michael Mitchell and Troy Hurd. That's a first down for the Jets. First and 10 at the 40
And the Jets taking their time with this drive.
yard line.
3:52 to play here in the fourth quarter. They need the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. First down and 10 for Orlando. Knights bring the pressure. Jones has a seam, and he crosses the 35. He was one tackle away from breaking that one big. And a late flag comes out.
Flag on the end of the play.
And it'll be a personal foul against the Knights.
Personal foul called on the defense.
Costly penalty there if you're the Knights. And there's a Knights player down on the field as well.
15-yard penalty.
Looks like he could be dealing with some cramping. So timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 3:27 to play.
Injury timeout.
Got to have it moment of the game for Orlando. 3:27 to go in regulation. Alex Abney comes off the field for the Knights, dealing with some, looks like some cramping. Who's got an interception in this game. It'll be first down and 10 for the Jets at the 19-yard line. Orlando needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this one up. Shaquan McGee, the backup quarterback, he'll look to throw it. And that one off the hands of his target.
Pass incomplete. Brings up second down.
That was intended for Calvin Brown Jr.
All right, Knight fans, the defense needs to hear you.
Second down and 10 for the Jets.
Defense. Defense.
Hennington, the running back. McGee pumps, looking, dumps it off to Hennington and can't hold on. Dangerous situation there for McGee. And that brings up third down and long.
It'll be third down for the Jets. Third and 10. On the 19-yard line.
Two-down territory, third down and 10 here for the Jets at the 19. And a timeout called by the Knights. So the Knights get their Kodak moment to see what the Jets want to do offensively.
Timeout called by the Knights.
And they call the timeout. 2:57 to play here in the fourth. Big moment here for both teams. 2:57 to go in regulation. 3rd down and long for the Jets. 2 down territory. Shaquan McGee takes the snap. Delayed. Over the middle. And that one almost intercepted but knocked down. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Jets.
Pass is broken up by number 2, Kenyatta Thompson.
Broken up by Kenyatta Thompson.
4th
And the
down.
biggest play of the game coming up here for both teams. 4th and 10 for Orlando. Fourth down and 10 for Orlando. Can the backup quarterback get it done? Hennington, the running back. McGee looking, pumps over the middle and too far in front for Sampson.
Pass is
And a turnover on downs. So the defense for the Knights bends but does not break. They take over with 2:45 left in the 4th.
2:45 remaining in the contest.
So plenty of time left. Can the Jets defense force a 3 and out or a quick turnover? The throw was there. McGee couldn't make it. Too far in front of Sampson.
First and 10 on the Jets. On the Knights, 19-yard line.
High snap. Hendricks keeps it. And most importantly, that's going to keep the clock running, but the Jets do call a quick timeout.
Keats, gain of 2.
2-yard pickup.
To the
2:37 remaining.
Timeout called by the Jets. 2:37 remaining.
No doubt about it. It's been a defensive performance for both teams. Malik Wilson came up with essentially the biggest play of the game on that interception to set the Knights up with great field position. And then Rashard Hendricks did the rest himself. Runs it in for his 2nd rushing touchdown on the season. And they're 2 minutes, 37 seconds away from going to 2-0. And they'll stay with the 2 running back package out of the shotgun. Jordan Spoonhour and Ricky Rogers in the backfield. Jets going to clog up the middle. They give it to Spoonhour. And it's cut down at the far hash. And another timeout called by the Jets.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Well, this is a good spot here if you're Orlando. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 8. With 3rd down coming up, 2:28 to play. So if the Jets don't give up a big play here, they could have a decent amount of time left to put something together and possibly go down and score and go for the 2-point conversion to tie things up. Third down and 8. Spoonhour, Rogers in the backfield. And Spoonhour, looks like they maybe had too many men on the field, and it'll be a penalty against the Knights. So this is exactly what you want if you're the Jets.
Men on the field. 5-yard penalty against the offense.
So now you're looking at 3rd down and 13.
3rd down and 13.
So some mismanagement here on this drive to potentially ice this game, but the Knights are going the wrong way. Now 3rd and long, and a chance for the Jets to get the football back if they can stop the offense here of the Knights. Hendricks, he'll throw it in the seam, wide open. Mario Johnson, that's good for a 1st down, and that could do it.
Pass complete to Mario Johnson.
You still have the 2-minute warning. Huge throw from Rashard Hendricks.
That's enough for a Knights. 1st down.
And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Huge throw from Rashard Hendricks to Mario Johnson to move the chains. 2-minute warning, 8-0 your score. You're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. Yard catch for the Knights to get a fresh pair of downs, and they'll keep it on the ground here. Ricky Rogers and the Jets only had 1 timeout remaining. They'll take their final charge timeout with 1:55 to play. And going back to that 3rd down, great play and a great throw from Rashard Hendricks to Mario Johnson.
55 remaining in the contest.
And now the Jets with no more timeouts remaining. A gritty defensive game here. Biggest play of the afternoon came from the Knights. Defensively, Malik Wilson came up with the interception, set up his offense with great field position in the red zone. And Rashard Hendricks did the rest with a 7-yard run and came up clutch on this drive. 14-yard connection to move the chains. Jets with no more timeouts remaining. Ricky Rogers, the running back. Hendricks will run it near side and gets hit near midfield.
Hendricks on the carry
And most importantly for his team, stays in bounds.
to the 49-yard line.
And now it looks like there's an injury here on the Knights sideline. Looks like a Jets player that's down.
We have an injury timeout on the field.
And it's an injury timeout. We'll take a short break. 1:43 remaining, Jets with no timeouts. Welcome back to Varsity Sports Nation. 1:43 remaining on the clock, but after another unfortunate injury, the officials decide to call the ball game here. Looks like the injury was number 8, Darius Covington, so that'll do it. The Knights of Central Florida survive in a barn burner and a defensive clinic. 8-0 your score. After scoring 53 points last week, 8 is just good enough to get a win here. They move to 2-0. For Jared Oliver and the rest of the Varsity Sports Nation crew, you're watching the UFLX on Varsity Sports Nation. We'll see you next week.
Varsity Sports Nation. Unleash the champion within.